Okay, we're starting our vacation road trip to beautiful Penticton in British Columbia, Canada. And here we are, we're entering Hope. It's been about an hour and a half drive from Vancouver, and we're really looking forward to this journey. There's so much to explore. Now, we could have taken Highway 5, the Coquihalla, but we decided to take Highway 3 because it's more scenic. And here you can see on the map, you can also take the back road, Highway 1, which I call the back road in my other YouTube videos. You can take the blue route, Coquihalla, number 5, but we're taking the gold route there, the 3, Highway 3. And here we are zooming along, and here I show the exit off of the highway to get onto number 3 to Penticton. Okay, we slowly made the turn here. And there's just so much to see and so much beauty, well, everywhere in British Columbia, but Highway 3 in particular just has some amazing mountains and scenery. Look at this mountain, one of the first things that you see here. Shortly ahead of this area, there's a lookout for the Hope Slide. A lot of people stop there to have a look and a little bit of a break. But we're just continuing on this beautiful drive on Highway 3, waiting for our next adventure. And here we are in Manning Park, and we're just doing a drive-by because we've been here many times, but definitely stop in here for a break. In the winter, there's amazing skiing here. In the summer, there's amazing camping. There's a store. There's little cabins here. You can charge your EV vehicle, get a great coffee. So much to do in Manning Park, or just go up to Lightning Lake and have a little look around just to get a break from the highway if you like. Okay, we're shifting it into fast mode, and here's our next adventure, Princeton. And we always like to stop in, even if it's just for 15 minutes, into all these amazing small towns. Here on the map, you can see Princeton is the gateway or the way to get to Tulameen, which is a video on its own, and Colmont. And that green route is a very scenic route, stunning route that also takes you to Kelowna. But we're continuing on the blue route, Highway 3 there. And here we are back on the road, getting ready to find somewhere. I need a little boost of coffee and support local. We love the chain stores like Dairy Queen and A&W, but we like to support small independent stores if we can. So I know I was in search for a little caffeine as we pulled into town here, speeding up a little bit as we check out the main road here and looking for some coffee. And here we go under the arches into Princeton. And yes, at the end of the road, we find this amazing coffee shop that was a bit of a store. They had dessert, they had sandwiches, crafts, jam, all sorts of stuff. And here's a last looking back at the main drag downtown. And there you go. Okay. After a few more minutes on the road, we pull into Keromias and picked up a whole bunch of cherries and fruit because this whole area is full of that. Here you can see the map, our location. And we're going to turn left in a minute to head to Penticton, but you could go right if you're going to Osoyoos, or look there's the U.S. border there too. So there's another look at the map. But here we just slowed down a little bit, checked out the scenery, read about the history of this area. Now we're kicking it into fast gear, and as I said, we're going to take that left turn and continue on on our road trip here. Here, look at this. Now we're on super mode. We're pulling into Penticton, and Penticton's neat because it's actually on two lakes. Or sandwiched between two lakes. And here we went from one lake and we're going through town and the airport. And this is more the industrial area. and we're slowly gonna get to our hotel. And we are very lucky to get into a brand new or very new hotel. It was the Sheraton 4 Points there on the left. And it was just a few blocks from the beach, a brand new hotel. We had dinner in the main restaurant, had the best steak ever. And then look at this 7th floor rooftop patio that's new. Stunning. You have to go there. You can just go for drinks. Then we headed down to the beach, which is really why you're here. Music, entertainment. We were lucky enough that it was Peach Festival, and we didn't actually know that. So the downtown, the beach area was just happening. There were thousands of people actually at the beach. There was carnival games, as you can see here, rides. It was happening downtown. Like I said, there were thousands of people. This was the final night of their Peach Festival, and it was a lot of fun. So there's a little look at the first part of our adventure. Okay, we're having our first full day here in Penticton after our drive yesterday, which you saw all the details. Haven't been here for many years. For you, those that watch this channel, you know I've lived in BC my whole life, and I've come to a lot of places as a young kid, young adult. So I've been to Penticton before, but it's probably been 20 plus years. So how it has changed. It used to be all about agriculture and growing fruits and vegetables, and now it's much more tourism related, the whole Okanagan. So really incredible. But check out the waterfront here. This boat looks really cool. Yesterday, Saturday, they had a wedding on board, so I guess it's an event venue. And we had a lot of fun, as you saw, walking up and down the beach, and lots happening because there's a festival in town. Today it's more about relaxing, do what you do in the Okanagan, hanging on the beach. So I'm going to show you more of the downtown Penticton here. Okay, let's go. Okay, now I'm showing you more of the what I call the downtown Penticton, but in fact it really is the beach and the entertainment area that I'm showcasing, because I'm sure that's what most people on vacation are looking for. So I am at one end of the beach of the main strip, showing you this fancy hotel, and all the links will be in the description. And it just happened to be at the end of the strip. So here I wanted to show you a little bit of the resort. I checked it out. Well, I'm inquisitive. I want to do a great video and show you everything. And again, this was kind of near the end of the beach. So I went from one end of the beach to the other end of the beach on this part of the tour. Anyways, this resort had a huge patio, had its own marina, had its own restaurant that was open for lunch and dinner on the waterfront. And one of the reasons I went there, because they had a Starbucks in the lobby, and in this area of Penticton, it's the only Starbucks I found. So I went there every day for a nice cool coffee. So very beautiful place. Okay, just beside this resort was the city's sort of open grass area for festivals, and there you can see was all the setup they had for the Peach Festival. Right beside that area or in front is the biggest pier, as you can see here. I'm walking down the pier, and I loved every morning to walk this pier. Great view. I'm turning right to look at the lake. Here you can see the resort I was talking about. You can kind of see how the beach sort of ends and becomes a bit of a green belt area. And I'm turning around here, showing you the other side that we're going to continue an adventure down here in a second. So there was a good 360-degree view of our tour down the beach area here on our little drive. Okay, back in the car, showing you the main strip. Quite a bit of parking. A mix of like older motels, probably from the 70s, and then some newer condos going up that are being sold and stuff like that. Great entertainment almost every day and in the evenings right outside this one hotel. So we liked sort of hanging out there a little bit to get some really high quality music when we were hanging out there. Okay, back in the car, cruising down a little bit more. There on the left there were some cool shops to buy some sunglasses and temporary tattoos. You can see some of the motels that I was talking about, some of the older motels, but they're great because they have great access to the beach. They had their own parking. Some of them had barbecue areas within the hotels, small pools. So those motels right on the strip there look pretty darn cool. So a lot of fun. They are a little bit older, but big, spacious fun. So here we're passing on the left this Turkish restaurant, super amazing. This pub, super amazing. Right behind the pub was this great ice cream place that had like ice cream cake. It was so good. Okay, we're approaching the end here, and I wanted to show you at the end of the strip this paddle wheeler. Incredible. I'm going to do a separate video on that. So it was $10 to go in. Great tour, great history about British Columbia, but I'll do a separate tour on that. Wanted to show you this because if you have kids, this looked like a lot of fun. I cruised it just before 10 a.m. when it opened, 10 to 10 you can see there. But if you had kids, or even if you're a kid at heart, look at all this fun stuff. They had golfing, jumping around, all sorts of fun stuff, climbing wall. So I really wanted to showcase this because if you had kids and you were at the beach for the day, send the kids if they're old enough to go to the fun zone, have a great time, and you can hang out at the beach and be in the sun. And you can drink beer on the beach if you're an adult because there's designated alcohol allowed areas on the beach. So maybe the adults sit down and have a beer and sit nicely, enjoy the beach and the water. The kids could play here. There was Wibbit, that fun activity on the water where the kids can jump around at the lake. So very cool. Also, maybe for older kids, this skateboard area right beside the fun park there. So really good looking skateboard. I'm not a skateboarder, but very, very, very cool. Okay, as I finish the tour, I'm leaving the beach. I had to show you this. This is a big thing to do in Penticton, is to do this river float. So here you can spend $25, get a tube, get a ride from here on those buses all the way to the beginning of the entrance to town that I showed you at the first part of this video. And they'll plop you in there, and there's this long river float that's super popular. I'll put the link in the description because like everyone that comes to Penticton wants to do it. We didn't do it on our trip because we were busy with the time we were there, but it looks like a lot of fun. So I just want to end off this part of the video with a last look at the beach, the paddle wheeler, the Wibbit, which looked like a lot of fun for kids jumping around and swimming all day, and the beach that we just relaxed at, and a nice walk. Oh yeah, one last thing. Just behind the paddle wheeler was an amazing crepe store. So amazing crepes right on the beach. Okay, there's a last look at one of the cool boats on display, and that ends this part of the video here in Penticton. Okay, I just want to end this Penticton video with a little bit of our drive as we left Penticton and checked out a few vineyards as we made our way to Kelowna and then the Coquihalla to come home, to just make it a bit of variety for us on our drive. So as I mentioned, we took Highway 3 to Penticton, and then we took Highway 5 Coquihalla home. And what a great bonus to be able to stop in at a few vineyards. We stopped at several, but I just wanted to show you two. Dirty Laundry, they say, is one of the best patios not far from Penticton. They had great pizzas. You can charge your EV if you show up there in a Tesla or something like that. Beautiful entrance. If you have a big RV, they had RV parking, as you saw in the parking lot. Really stunning. I really loved how they showed the old equipment they used to use in wine production, and I thought that was very cool. They had all sorts of different things out here. And you can see as I wrap around the corner the picture of the vineyards, and there were just so many. So I really suggest if you go to Penticton, consider actually staying in Kelowna or just taking a long way home and seeing some of the vineyards, because this whole region is just incredible. Beautiful, relaxing drive. Everywhere you look, there were different views to be seen. So here is a look, as I mentioned, at the Dirty Laundry Vineyard. And I'm just going to finish the video off with a quick YouTube short that I created of Mission Hill near Kelowna before we went home. So a really great adventure in Penticton, great road trip. And as per usual, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like the video. Give me a comment. Thanks again.